Thank you. Thanks for all these people to be here. This is amazing. Okay, I'm going to take you back to the summer of 1975. And I'm visiting back and forth to my parents because I'm traveling. I'm ending up at my parents, and that's what you do because you don't have any place that you're living because you're traveling. And I'm living in this shit-ass town, St. Catharines. It's horrible there. Don't go there. You can get good peaches and wine, but it's horrible there. So I was there, and I always said, why do I have to feel this way about St. Catharines? It's not that horrible. It is, but it's not that horrible. And I never liked it, and my feeling about any small town is, or any town really, any place that you went through puberty in, you're going to hate it, because it's a horrible place. So it's the summer, and I've come back to my parents, and I haven't seen some of my friends. And my very best, beloved, amazing friend, Mimi, is in Toronto and just the best friend ever. So I call her, and this is all pre-cell phone, kids. 1975, okay? We were just above the 2 cans and a tin and a string thing. So this is all done with rotary dialed phones. Hey, Meme, I'm at this number, but if you call me any other time, I won't be here because I don't walk around carrying a phone. Like I could foresee the future or something. So anyway, I call her. She's in Toronto. She says, I'll be right there, Elaine. What a friend, eh? So she takes a bus from Toronto because she didn't have a car, and I met her at the bus station. And I was so pleased to see, her. We hadn't seen each other in a long time, and we're in, that horrible place, St. Catharines. We're both from there. We hate it. But we want to see, can we make it a better place? Can we have a good time in St. Catharines? Well, Mimi's idea of a good time, and I must confess mine too, was dropping LSD. 1975, okay? So she has LSD for us, and we do our LSD. I want to say we put it on our tongues. I can't remember what we did, but we were all Timothy Leary all over it. So we do our LSD, and it's not like our first time or anything, but we got insanely high. And I think every time you do LSD, you always go, I got insanely high. But maybe because we were in St. Catharines, I'd never been high on acid in St. Catharines. And as I've already said, not the best place for me. So we're so high, but we don't know what to do. We're completely freaked out. We're in St. Catharines, as I keep telling you, and we're high on LSD, another point I'm repeating. And we need help. My friend Sheila, again, I call, rotary dial, go to a payphone. Hey, Sheila, she's at her mom's because something's not going well with her, and she's traveled all over the place and lived on a commune and whatever. So she's now back in St. Catharines. I call her. I say, it's emergency. Mimi and I are extremely high on LSD. You need to pick us up at the IGA Plaza. So she drives down and gets us. What a good friend, right? And she had nothing to do because she was in St. Catharines. And and luckily no LSD for her because we needed her to drive. So she said, where can I take you? What shall I do with you high people? And she had places to go. She couldn't just babysit us. So I said, I know. Take us to my ex-boyfriend, yet still friend, Don Alexander's apartment. He doesn't lock the door, and Mimi and I will go in there, and we'll be fine there. So we get in there, and we were, again, I hate to be repetitive, fucking high. Excuse me. We get in, and we're all excited. At that time, we smoked cigarettes. We're smoking cigarettes, and we don't know what to do. We say, let's take a nice hot bath, shall we? We like to take hot baths when we were high on LSD. And it's a nice, safe, cozy environment. So we get, and yes, I'm not in my own apartment. It's not Mimi's apartment either. We're in Don Alexander's apartment. He's an ex-boyfriend, but a friend. He's not going to mind. So we crank up the tunes, and we're smoking our cigarettes with our ashtray on the bathtub, and it's all going to be good, and we're, again, ridiculously high, and not even in our own home, and we hear people come in, and I'm like, and Mimi's like, huh? I went, no, Don Alexander is a cool guy. He's not going to care. So in he walks, but behind him is his mother. Yeah. No, I had met her a year ago when I was dating Dawn Alexander, and we went and stayed at her house one weekend. Okay, but I didn't know her well enough that I think she wanted to see me naked. And my best girlfriend in the bathtub. But she saw us, because when you walked in the apartment, the first thing you saw was the open door. Why, we would not close the bathroom door. We were alone in Dawn Alexander's apartment. They both walk in, and she's, oh my God, there's 2 naked women in your bathtub. What's going on? And he's trying to be really cool. And he's a cool guy, right? Which is what I've counted on to end up in his bathtub in the middle of the afternoon, high on LSD with my best girlfriend, Mimi. So he says, Mom, yeah, I know. Remember her, my ex-girlfriend, Elaine? She's in the bathtub with her. And he can't, what's he going to say? And I'm trying to tell him, because he's like, what are you? And I said, we dropped acid. It's a whole thing. We weren't on the phone, but I'm pretending because it was all rotary dial phones. So we don't know what to do. And the mother, he's older. He's about 4. We're 20. He's 40. He was an older guy, I saw. And so his mom's old. It's not like she's a cool 50-year-old mom, although I don't know how cool 50-year-old moms were in 1975. So we don't know what to do. And again, we're too high to figure it out. So we say, oh, Dawn, we're so sorry. And excuse us, Dawn Alexander's mother. We couldn't be, we're like, we have no clothes on. We have towels. We're high. We're smoking. We got the tunes cranked up. Inappropriate behavior is what you could call it, right? So we call Sheila. Of course, she was just standing waiting by the phone, because back then, as I say, you're not walking around with something in your ass pocket, always waiting to go off to have a good time. No, Sheila was a good friend because she stayed by the phone, apparently realizing that we would call her again. Sheila, come, we can't be at Dawn Alexander's anymore. I can't explain why. Come and get us. Okay, so obviously she couldn't get there immediately because it's not a fairy tale and it's not a magic carpet ride. She had to drive through St. Catharines, so it has no rush hour, but still it took her a while to get there, is my point. And the 4 of us had to sit around chit-chatting. And Dawn Alexander's mother still has a look on her face. I've never seen it. It's the shock of what she saw and didn't understand, and we couldn't explain it to her. And yet, Mimi and I were acting so crazy and so weird that she knew something was amiss. And when do you walk into your son's apartment and see 2 women, one of whom he used to date, in the bathtub? It doesn't make sense. So we eventually, luckily, our dear friend Sheila came, picked us up, knocks on the door, and we go, okay. Sheila says, I don't even know what to do with you 2 now. Where am I going to take you? This is insane. I said, I know, and we couldn't be sorrier. And I'm with my best friend, Mimi, and believe it or not, in this little corner of the world we're trying to change, I got another friend, Mimi. And I said, I know, take us to Mimi's apartment. Yes, she lives here. She has a daughter. She'll be home. Like everyone's away. We don't even call her because, I haven't got a phone in my pocket, and we've left on Alexander's, and I certainly couldn't go back and ask to use the phone at this point. So Sheila, ever the good friend, she doesn't, we give her directions, or I go to, So I've got Mimi with me. I got Sheila driving, and we're on board to find another Mimi. And we're trying to just have a good time in St. Catharines. So we get to Mimi. She's happy as anything to see us. Her little daughter's thrilled too. It's all going to be good. And she says, you know what? I'm happy you're here. Stay as long as you want. We're going out. But make yourselves at home, as if someone needs to tell us that, right? So before she can leave, I said, Mimi. I called one meme, she's Mimi. Mimi, Meme and I pop in your tub. We'd like to have a hot bath, if it's okay. She goes, no problem. Are you guys high on acid? And I said, yeah. She goes, oh, I figured. It's 1975, okay? Who wasn't? We're in the bathtub, tunes are cranked, we're smoking the cigarettes, the ashtrays on the thing, and the bathroom door's wide open, and there's a knock, and they go, oh, I guess that's my date coming to get me. Great, knock yourself out, have your date. Who walks in the door? Dawn Alexander and his mother. unbeknownst to me, because I was out of the loop for 5 fucking minutes when I was in Vancouver, Mimi and Don Alexander were now dating. And his mother had come down to meet her. But first, she had to see me naked twice in the bathtub with Mimi. And Dawn walks in, the mother walks in and looks and does, like, if it's possible to do a quadruple head spin. And we couldn't be more sorry, we said. And the mother's going, what is it with these two women? Every time I walk in an apartment with you, these two women are in the bathtub. And their behavior has not calmed down at all. And anyway, we stayed in the tub. We closed the door. We wished them well. They went and had a lovely seafood dinner, I think. And to quote a previous speaker, I never saw any of them again. Thank you so much.